Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a little quick update. So I know you guys here, so many people are here for trucking content. We've had a lot of hot rod power tour content. Last couple of videos have been. Got back from that. Just been kind of chilling out, getting caught up in paperwork and DOT regulation stuff. It's all the trucking stuff in general. Paperwork, you know. Got project trucks, as you can see. There's one of the project trucks, and then there's the other project truck. So we got, I know a lot of people ain't big fans of T2000s. I've kind of gotten into the life of them, I think. They're paying the butt to work on. They ain't the cheapest trucks to keep on the road. They're cheap to buy, but they are usually war slap out when I get them. Usually. I've gotten lucky with all my trucks, but this is the new, I call this the Caterpillar white truck. It's cat powered and it's white. I also have a Detroit powered white truck. This is a 99. Does have a cat C15 3406 1 LW motor. Kind of project today. I've been just kind of cleaning it up, fixing some oil leaks. Guy had the wrong length bolts. Pretty common. Somebody puts the wrong length bolts in here for some reason, and then you just can't torque it down. Ends up leaking oil here. I don't know why people do that when they rebuild them. This one's supposed to have about 40,000 miles in frame. 99, like I said. If you guys watch my other videos, that's how I do my injector cleaner flush. Works out great. Put the cleaner in there. Right now it's got some off-road diesel in it. Because tanks have got some gum. Yeah, the truck's been sitting for a while, so it's got some old fuel in it, which burns, but there's the interior. I mean, it ain't perfect, but it ain't bad. Original seats. I said they've been, got a little rips and tears, but truck's got, I want to say like right at 1,000,000 miles. 13 speed. You can see the switch on the side there. So we've got a 13 speed. Truck is geared. The truck is geared 373s. So 373s with 22 low pros. It's not going to be the best interstate truck, but it's going to pull pretty good most likely. Dual exhaust. Usually shows signs of a high horsepower engine. It's all the ones I've looked at to buy. Even though it gets to newer trucks like this one where they started mounting the mufflers underneath them. This is 05. This has got the Cat twin turbo in it, and it's a high horsepower truck, but it's only got one stack, but that's mainly because they've shoved everything underneath it for the new style engines. Yeah, new toy right here. Well, I guess not a toy. This is kind of gonna be our backup truck. If you ain't trucking long, then you know if you have a truck down for a couple weeks because of repairs, about put you out of business. So you're kind of better off to find a cheaper truck. That's good. This one's E99, like I said, so it's E-log exempt. Great. Yeah. Dude's got steer tires in the back for whatever reason. They say you get better mileage on them. I don't know. They're still good tread. They're virgins. A couple of them are Michelins. I can tell I haven't been using a long time. That fifth wheel's dry as can be. Guy didn't want to sell it, so I bought it with. I wanted the parts truck here, and I ended up making a package deal. So this is a 05 T2000 twin turbo Cat. Got it covered up because the air compressor's off of it. A couple things are off of it. Motor's not seized, but it's definitely not good. Or thing, it's got a broken rod. I'm not for sure. Might have a broken crank. That's what we're gonna do today. Let me just do a walk around this one too. Purple. Actually a good looking truck actually if you like purple. Somebody let the fire extinguisher go off inside. Kids, the place that was where these things were stored at, but we took the door panel off, robbed the window regulator out of it already, but it ain't too bad inside. It'll clean up pretty good. If I decide to put in, the plan is to maybe put an older motor in this thing. We'll see how bad that motor is. Main thing, I gotta see if the crank's good in it or not. Go from there. But got a little rust in the back. I think it was from up north a little bit. Underneath the truck's really clean. Just this back half where all the salt, road grime hits. I had a heck of a time unloading it. They done caged the brakes. which we've recaged them, but they caged them and then tightened up the slack adjusters to turn the brakes on and off instead of shooting air to it with a compressor. So once you figured that out, it wasn't too bad. Had to, of course, beat the drums loose. It does have a black rock APU, which I have no need for. I always run all mine. It's got tri-packs on them. But yeah, one pipe there. I thought it was a straight pipe that somebody put on there, but it's actually got a big old huge muffler underneath it. But yeah, so today's project is done drained the oil out of this thing yesterday. See a little drip in the ground. Done drained the oil out of it, and there's your twin turbos. Nice and rusty, nasty. They're seized. Truck's been sitting for a while. But done drained the oil out of it. I didn't see no remnants of metal, believe it or not, but it's probably all settled out in the bottom of the pan. So we'll see how bad it is. Pretty sure the motor, in my opinion, probably needs a lot more money than it's worth putting in there. Being 05, I'd rather just put a 99er back motor in it. I'm more of a Detroit kind of guy, but I also have a bunch of Caterpillars for some reason. That's pretty much it. We're gonna pull this pan and see how bad it is. Comment below if you think it's gonna be really bad. Twin turbo MSX, right? I think these things are, that's why I think it's got problems. I think these kind of known for issues. No, BXS. There you go. 04, it's a 05 truck. Does have this fancy oiling system, which usually shows signs. So when you see these systems on trucks, usually to me, that shows signs that somebody was running a really extended life oil changes, which is all fine. You want to save your money now, pay for it later, in my opinion. Oil's cheap compared to most engine parts you have to replace, and I know it's better for the environment to make the oil last longer, and I know all that stuff's got a benefit somehow, but for me personally, I just would rather change the oil recommended intervals. I mean, I know if Kenworth or Caterpillar could get away with it, they go as long as they could on oil change because it helps them get better emission credits or whatever they get when they make these new vehicles. It's all about the lifespan of the vehicle, how much oil pollution and all that BS. Life of the vehicle. So if they can stretch it another 5,000, they're going to do it. But they obviously thought, no, they're not going to do it. So put the little system on there. I don't know. You guys probably comment below if you've had good luck with them or not. But I've done oil samples and I've had them pass, and I've had a motor go bad the next week. So I'm not going to go off an oil sample. I'm going to go off of just changing it, and that's just, you get the contaminants out. It's the best way to do it. So put you guys up here. We'll see how this oil pan goes. Alright, so I haven't really haven't looked in the pan yet. There it goes, lightens up. Got it slid out, got it off, got it slid out. here is what she looks like. So we got, what that is. Oh yeah, that's a bolt head. That's what that is. I don't know what that is. Some type of composite plug or something. Piece of metal there. Washer. There was a bit of water in this motor too, from having the compressor off. So what I'm seeing here looks like bolt head and a washer. And then whatever this composite thing is. Let me get it cleaned up, we'll see what it looks like. I don't know what that is. Hoping it focuses. What type of rubber? I don't know. That's the end of the bolt. Head of a bolt, right? Says cat on it. Pretty good size bolt too. And that was probably the washer that was underneath the head of that bolt. So, not the best outcome, but not the worst. So there's the mess underneath the truck. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna clean that up, get all those bolts out from underneath there, and get let's look underneath it and see what we got. Alright, so I got cleaned up underneath there, as you can see, bolts, all that stuff's gonna be in there. Got kind of cleaned up so I don't make a mess. Let's dive underneath here and see if we can see something wrong. First look is at that bolt head. I don't think it's from the bottom end. That's a good sign. It don't look like the right size of anything. See if I can take you underneath here with me. So we're looking up in here. Bottom of your motor, by the way, guys. I don't know if you've ever been underneath a C15 oil pump from the motor. So they're kind of known for breaking off bolts. Let's just check them. They all look pretty good. I mean, no, the rods look. See, all the rods are 12 points. So I don't know why. Ooh, there's a hole in the block. That's no good. Well, how'd that get there? Because the rod's still intact, as you can see. Huh. Are all the bolts on the rod? Yep. And that thing's good to go. Huh. Well, that's shitty. But it is what it is. Bought this truck more of a parts truck, as you can probably tell. Not a big fan of a twin turbo anyways, but I mean, right there it's missing. I don't really know. I don't know why that why it's got a hole in the block if the freaking rod is still intact. Huh. Let's look on this side of it all. I'm gonna try to spin it over, I guess, by hand and kind of look and see what we got going on. Well, that's not good news, but it ain't. The guy that sold it to me wasn't 100% lying. He said it had some block damage. Didn't owe me that much block damage. But yeah, oh man, look at my face. But yeah, we're gonna try to spin it over and see what we got going on there. See why she's stuck, I guess. Or why she's let's pull a tarp off of it and see what it looks like too. Alright, excuse the mess in the face. Of course, when you're working at the truck, oh yeah, you get a little greasy. Hell, having a beard too, if you're a mechanic. If you don't know it, it's a mechanic with a beard. It's a special thing, because it gets dirty. It gets dirty as you can be. So here's what we've been looking at it for the past little bit. I got the tool to bar the motor over. Motor spins 360 degrees. So here is what has come out of that pan. Showed you before. Washer. Very specific nut. If I knew more about these twin turbo engines, I could probably tell you how that thing goes. Because you see all the dashes on it, that's a really strong bolt. Most likely that's usually what those things mean. And this is some type of composite rubber. Looks like it's been going around and around. Got beat up a little bit. There's two of these in the side of the block under the bottom. They both have them in it. So I don't know where that came from. I have no idea where that came from. So yeah, focus up, camera. Get with it. So, oh man, I got stuff in my eye too. That ain't good. But anyways, that's where I'm going to leave you today, because it's getting dark, as you can see. I barred the motor over. I can see on the rod there's a little dent, like a little ding in the side where it hit something and pushed it out. I took a magnet, ran all through the pan again, found nothing. So kind of just stumped right now. I mean, I'm guessing that bolts from the top end fell down, got pinched between the rod and the crank. Rod and the block blew the side out. But that note in particular, I really don't see. I just don't see where it. Yeah, it's a little scratched up there. It might have been that one, but it might have blew it out the side too with the pieces, because the pieces ain't in there either. So second thought was maybe somebody just wanted some insurance money and poked a hole in her. But I didn't find no chunks of the block in the pan, so I don't think that's the case. And you'd have to have some pretty good insurance to really be shady like that. For sure. And then you probably could keep the truck anyways. You'd sell the motor, you know. And you just have somebody fix the block or get a new block and you'd be good to go. You wouldn't sell it cheap. So I'll keep you guys updated on it. Definitely a different outcome. I was really expecting to see a rod broke. Something stupid, you know, hydrolocked or something. Motor spins over fine. It's got compression. Might get lucky in this one. Might just fix that block and have a good running truck. Single turbo it, because turbos are kind of seized up. I don't like twins anyways. Overall, they're expensive. But I'll keep you updated. I'm going to play with it a little bit more tomorrow maybe. And that'll be a next video, I guess. So be another video in the future. As always, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.